Hello, 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 hello. How is
Happy
everybody this
St.
evening?
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
2 days later, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is continuing into the Corona bullshit stuff. You know, the fucking leprechauns have decided that they wanted to take our St. Patrick's Day. Fuck those little assholes. Okay. So tonight we're taking off the masks and we're gonna have ourselves a nice little party. Okay. It is St. Patrick's Day. This is all us. We're gonna do it total podcast. So, who all on here is actually has Irish? Not claims to have Irish, but has Irish in their family.
I'm definitely Irish.
The majority.
My maiden name is Mullen, so Mullen.
Right.
I'm definitely very Irish.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are one of 34 million U.S. citizens that claims Irish descent.
That's awesome.
I looked that up 3 different places. I said, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think it was that many. I really didn't. So now, St. Patrick's Day, as I was reading, I had no idea. It actually started out as a religious holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, how did you go from religion to green beer? I want to know how you went from religion
where'd you go
to green
from
beer.
religion to red and green for Christmas? I mean, just saying.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's very, very true. That's very, 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 very true.
A lot of that came through because of immigrants.
Oh yeah.
The Irish
I read that and I went,
you sure it doesn't have something to do with the fact that Irish just really like alcohol? And that's how they celebrate everything. Everything Irish is celebrated with alcohol. Everything.
Well,
I mean,
there's
also the January
exactly.
Oktoberfest. So I mean, alcohol related too. Like, let's just say they wanted their own too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, St. Patrick's Day falls in between.
I have it both ways. I'm half German, half Irish, so I can pretty much drink anything.
I'm not half of anything. I'm a little bit of everything. That's the bad part.
You're all of the above.
Like check marks.
That's
box.
That's called American mutt.
That's me. That's
me. Me too. Yeah, definitely.
So do you guys know who Saint Patrick was?
Not really.
Vaguely? He was like what? Of course he was a saint. Like he was like the first one to bring Catholicism to Ireland, right?
Yeah, he was actually kidnapped at the age of 16. He was born a Roman Briton, and he was kidnapped at the age of 16 and sent to Ireland as a slave. And then he ended up escaping, but he returned as to convert all of the Irish because he was that affected by being captured and by the people. He, and everybody, they kind of thought that he was great. And I'm like, okay, you kind of forced your own religion on everybody, but okay.
Yeah.
But now they started celebrating, his day, which is March 17th. It has been for the longest time. You guys were right. You guys were right about the immigrants. It was them that turned it into, the parties and the green beer and it was in the United States that they started doing it. Now the Irish now take that for all the tourists and they're like, yeah, we're going to turn everything green and everything has a shamrock and and
all the stereotypes.
Yeah, his color, the original color associated with him was actually blue. But because the shamrock is Ireland's national flower or whatever it is, they decided to change it to green so that everybody knows that it's that it's them. But
was the
reading up
flag green beforehand?
I think that there was green in the flag, but this was I think that it changed over relatively early on. Probably before you even had a true the current national flag. I know. It definitely, it definitely is now a secular holiday. There's no religion really devoted to it at all whatsoever.
Now we
But
just
most of the
celebrate
practices
how-
are now adopted.
Now we just celebrate the fact that everyone is Irish.
Yeah, basically.
Yes,
Pinch me, I'm
everyone
Irish.
is Irish.
Yeah, kiss me, I'm Irish.
Yes.
Spank me, I'm
No.
Irish. There's all these fun things now.
Oh my gosh. Spank me, I'm Irish?
I
Ooh.
guess there's all these things. I don't know.
I mean, if you're into that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Hey, I've seen the
I need a
t-shirts.
shirt. I need a shirt that says that.
Go for it.
Spank me, I'm Irish.
I'm gonna have to.
If I
Sure,
can
we'll
find
find
it.
a
We'll
shirt
find
that
one
says
for
that. Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yes.
found one that said "fuck me, I'm Irish." So
Yeah.
that one.
And the
Yes.
shenanigans go on
That is
and
beautiful.
on.
Hey,
and
hey, that's what
on.
Jason was.
Hey, I told y'all, we've been saying all week, this is a party. It's St. Patrick's Day. We couldn't go to the bar and party because, well, they decided to shut all those down. So
So unfortunate.
we are now having
Yep.
our own little party.
Yes.
Social distancing at it.
Yeah,
I
if
don't-
this is anything of social distancing, this is the prime example of
This is
that.
the best part of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't drink alcohol anymore, ladies,
Heck
but
yeah.
cheers to you.
Yeah. Cheers. Here, I'll do a clink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You can hear it. There you go.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is the introvert's favorite thing.
Oh my God! Yes.
Wet dream, man. This is awesome.
Oh, heck yeah.
As an introvert, this is awesome.
I don't need to go
Yeah.
anywhere. I live in a fortress of toys. I don't need to go anywhere.
Our fortress
Perfectly
is
fine.
Oh my gosh. That's mine. That's where I'm at right now is my fortress of
Great.
toys.
So when are you building
need
your Lego
more.
castle?
When I have room.
Oh. So wait, I have a quick question. Did you guys ever hear about the thing when you were young that if you have to wear green on Wednesdays because that means you're horny? Is that an Irish thing?
No.
Or is that just like a
No.
weird thing that kids made up in the 90s?
Well,
I
I
think
know
it's
I
a thing.
think that's just a weird thing.
it's kind of similar in nature, but I always had heard like the green M&Ms were supposed to be like the sexual
That too.
one, and of course they made
is
her
that?
made
Yep.
it the girl,
Yep.
and of course she was.
I wonder.
Why,
Yeah, is that a
what
coincidence?
is it about green and
Yeah.
being horny? Like, what's that deal?
I don't know.
Anybody know?
Green means go.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does have something to do with the Irish because the Irish are Catholic, and we know that Catholics don't believe in birth control. So
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. Maybe it just means that they're all for it all the time.
I don't know. That's pretty.
I mean, yeah.
Race
That's a
bunch
stretch.
there.
Oh, sorry. My tinfoil hat on almost all week, so
It's all right.
Can't blame you.
I never have to wear green because I always have my green on. It's like a green eyes.
Yes, we know.
Yeah?
Jealous.
I'm jealous.
I'm
Oh,
jealous.
stop it. It just means I'm
Jealous.
horny all the time. That's all. No. Bad joke. Bad joke.
Wow. That could go so many places.
You're driving this bus. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I think I just hit the off ramp and then
Oh,
went
okay.
right off the off ramp.
Sure.
All right.
We're going to park
So-
the bus and have a party.
What can't you put green in? I'm trying to figure that out. I haven't figured it out yet.
I
You can
actually
put it in just about every food.
when as a going away, like, because I used to make cakes a lot for my team, and one of them wanted a red velvet cake, but I made it green for him because green was his favorite color, so he can make a green velvet cake. Tasted just like it. So instead of putting red dye, I put green dye.
That's cool.
That's
Nice.
cool.
That
It
is
surprisingly
so
still turned
freaking
out
cool.
pretty decent for the green. I'll have to see if I have a photo of it, but because it's chocolate cake, so of course it's got the brown of it, but it still turned pretty green for the most part.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh.
I don't know what you can't put what you can't put green in. I can't. I don't know. I try to put
Well-
green on and in everything, so I don't know.
Evidently, you can put green in a river because Chicago dyes their river green every year for St. Patrick's Day.
No,
That's
except for
right.
this
It
one,
actually
though.
looks pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty disgusting when they do it. I'm like, oh no, water's not supposed to look like that.
It's quite a feat, yeah.
And it's only part of the river.
Man.
Do you guys have any of you guys ever worked in like food sales or service, like waitressing, bartending, anything like that?
Oh yeah, I used to work in food service, definitely.
Have you ever worked at like a bar on St. Patrick's Day?
No. I haven't even been in a bar on St. Patrick's Day. That kind of, I don't know, that kind of scares me. Kind of intimidated by it.
It's a little scary. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun though.
It is? Can you recount? Can you tell us?
I was in my very early 20s. I was about to turn 21. And I was a waitress at a bar. I was actually an Irish pub.
Nice.
and we actually turned it into one of those like what do you call it? Like instead of individual tables, we brought in like big long tables, and everybody just had communal seating. Like if they came in the restaurant side. Yeah, so like if they came in the restaurant side, they just got sat at huge tables, and everybody's like shared big tables together. If they sat on the bar side, then we were running cocktail, and it wasn't a lot of food that got served on that side. And we had a line that wrapped around the block, and there was another like Irish pub type place up around the corner from us, and our lines for both places like crossed into each other. And it was like a special menu with like bangers and mash and like corned beef and cabbage and all that kind of stuff. And of course we had like the Budweiser truck came in and brought in the green beer and hooked that up to the tap. And it was kind of interesting to be on like the backside of all of that and experience it. And there was just like a lot of chaos. There was a Leprechaun guy who was running around town who came in and like entertained everybody. It was a whole lot of like green and sparkly madness everywhere. Like it was just like insanity. There was glitter everywhere. There was just like everything was green. People were painting themselves green. Everyone was in and out of the bar. It was the most insane crowded place. But there wasn't any fights or anything. Nothing bad happened, but there was a lot of like
everyone was drunk.
Right. So a lot of acid got slapped, a lot of people got crazy. Like it was just a lot of laughs and a lot of good times. There wasn't a lot of like bad stuff that would go on in a crowd didn't happen. It was just a lot of fun. But then again, you're looking at like the late 90s. It was a little different. Things were a little different then, just a little.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you would like control something like that. How many police officers you'd have to have just like standing outside the bar, making sure no one, screws up or does anything belligerent. So
well, we did have to like have somebody standing at both of the doors into the place because there was an entrance to the bar and there was an entrance to the dining room, and we had to like count heads as people came in and then stop people until people left. Because of the fire marshal ordinances, code, stuff like that. But it was a lot of like unorganized but organized chaos. But it was a ton of fun, and you get to see how people really handle St. Patrick's Day in a fun sense. During like in those kind of environments, like if you go downtown someplace and you see like people are on the street acting crazy, and a lot of people dress up and just get really goofy, and it's a good time. It's definitely a good time. It's not quite Mardi Gras, but it's still a good time. So
I've never had green beer. Does that change the taste at all?
No, it's just food coloring.
No,
it's just okay. I never knew, never even tried.
You just put like a drop of food coloring in your beer, and you're riding right along with everybody else. You don't even have to go to a bar. No.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of craziness though. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
You can put food coloring in anything.
I actually have found the photos of my green cake if you guys want to see real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes. So popping up, the first one here is the cake batter being turned green. And then they're built together with the green.
Very nice.
It's like a grassy green.
That's cool.
And then the frosting, of course, I made green as well because it was just crazy. I mean, I used the same color green dye. I think it was like leaf green. So of course the chocolate made it more dark on the cake itself. Oops.
Right.
I like that green though. That's a very nice green.
Yeah.
I don't know why the other one's not moving. Did I disconnect? Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Let me know a little. Let me see where I can do the next. Sorry. And then, oops, I put this up again. And then I'll put the cake itself. Sorry. That should hopefully pull over. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Maybe.
It's okay. I've got my camera's not working today, so you're not alone there.
I think all the computers are going on strike.
Yeah, they have to be.
No, please
why
don't.
this is being like this today.
Not
Well, if I get this situated, I'll come back to it, but I'll just take it off for now so you guys can continue.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I don't know why it's not working.
Sweet.
All right, it happens.
Yep.
It's all part of the fun right now.
Yep.
Let's see here.
I know when I worked in daycare, we did everything green on St. Patrick's Day. And we had fish sticks that we dipped in green ketchup, and we had hot dogs, and like all kinds of stuff that was just green brownies, stuff like that.
That's
And
fun.
trying to convince 2-year-olds that it's okay to eat this is fun.
I'm sure.
I could imagine that it doesn't seem like it's edible in that sense. There we go. Now there's the green cake.
lovely.
Very nice.
Not
I
anything
love
super
it. Cool.
fancy, but it was cool because it was kind of frosted all over green and whatnot. And it just tastes just like regular red velvet cake, just green velvet cake.
I feel like homemade cakes are so
That
much
looks
fancier
tasty.
than store-bought cakes. I feel like a lot more effort goes into it. Like there's so much more that happens with a homemade cake. It's more of a story too, because something always goes on with homemade cakes. I don't know. I think they're better.
It's fun, yeah.
And you also
Sorry,
get
serving
the
you.
flavor yourself and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always better. That's why I couldn't figure out how come all the snack cakes were gone at the store, but yet all the cake mixes were still on the shelf. I
That
was like,
doesn't
I'd
make
rather
sense.
bake my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Girl, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You were talking about the
Bake my own
ketchups.
stuff.
You were talking about the ketchups earlier. You reminded me of remember when Heinz did those colored ketchups
Mm-hmm.
way back?
Yes.
Yeah, green and
Yep.
purple
Mhm.
and all that.
I remember those so well. I think actually, yeah, we did do that for St. Patrick's Day. We just used the green ketchup. It was tasted the same.
Yeah, it definitely does.
That is
It
exactly
messes
what
with
I
the
was,
mind, though.
Nero said exactly what I was trying to say. Homemade cakes have better character development. That's exactly what I meant, man.
Yes,
Then more love.
definitely.
There you go.
You want to see a funny picture of my little leprechaun? Can you see that?
Yes.
She has on a paper mustache.
Aww.
That's nice.
The mustache.
Nice.
Wonderful.
That mustache is beautiful. I love it.
Zooming
That's
you
fine.
in real quick.
The paper mustache. That was a couple years ago.
Awesome.
Cute.
Yeah, that was 2014.
That's awesome.
Oh, time passes.
Mm.
God, yeah, 6 years ago. There you go.
Yeah.
That was a good year. Oh gosh, that long ago. My son graduated in 2014.
Mm.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
not that old, am I? I am, aren't I? Yes.
What are you talking about? You ain't
I think
old.
I need green beer.
Yeah, I don't even have beer. Oh, God. Can't go out. Can't get anything. Ugh.
That's why I have coffee. It'll wire you up. That's a good
I might
part.
just go to tea.
I would
know a lot
have
of
coffee,
tea.
but Russell didn't make.
Russell,
Oh, Russ. Falling on the job.
the hell are you doing, buddy?
That should get him
I don't
moving.
know. He's gonna
What-
get his ass kicked on YouTube here in a minute.
What is it that what is this that your friend Melissa is talking about? What are mango cupcakes?
I guess I don't remember fully, but I remember these melted cupcakes. I brought them in and they were still warm, and I think I frosted them like you know how you're supposed to wait to frost them.
No.
And I think they were all like melted. She'll probably correct me if I'm wrong for it, but I feel like that's what happened, and they were just like really like messed up. But I had made so many cakes. There was one person, they didn't want any color whatsoever, so I made them a vanilla cake with white frosting, and I decorated it all white frosting. I even wrote in it with white frosting.
Whoa,
and all that stuff.
Cool.
So I like, you can't really tell what it did. You can kind of see it in the shadow, but she was like, I don't want any coloring whatsoever. One guy was also she brought cupcakes to work. She says she brought cupcakes to work and they were swimming in yellow frosting, probably because they were melted. I put the frosting on too fast.
Not one drop of frosting on any of them.
Oh,
because I'm sure I put them on when they were hot. I probably made them literally right before work. I also made a Batman cake for someone because he was really into Batman, and so it was a yellow cake with black frosting, and in the inside it was
very nice.
Black. It was black and yellow cake, so I kind of like mixed it, and then around the side I wrote na 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 na.
Oh, cool.
Did you see what Nero just said? He said, "Call them golden shower cakes. Everyone can have a laugh."
Golden shower cakes. Yeah, let's call them.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I guess I know what I'm bringing to the next gathering. I guess I'll bring some.
There you go. Golden shower cakes.
Golden shower.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Thank you.
Aw.
Coffee.
Russ, high five, buddy. Good job.
He heard us.
Yeah, he heard it.
Hell yeah.
He's like, oh god, now I have to do it.
Finally.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you crack that whip.
Well,
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, we know who wears the pants in that house, in that relationship.
I thought Russ wore shorts. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, we know who wears the strap on then.
Oh god. Oh, we're going there.
Now we're completely derailed. I don't even know where we're at.
It's
No
St. Patrick's Day.
We're
if you know
having a
it.
St. Patty's Day
anywhere.
party.
Getting loose.
Get loose.
Oh gosh. There's
crazy.
nothing wrong with getting a little loose.
No.
Yeah.
Time to kick back.
Hell
Time
yeah.
to relax. Jason says Russ wears the Irish ball gag. Get it, Russ. Nothing wrong with being spanked, buddy.
Oh my
As long as she
God.
feels good with it.
Hey.
Only on special occasions.
No,
Today
talking
could be that
about.
special occasion.
It's a special occasion.
Well, you know, of course he has to wear it on St. Patty's Day, but you know,
Yeah, I get
Friday
it.
nights are a special day too. Yeah.
Sure. It's the end of the week. You're celebrating. You know, you made it through.
Right.
Well, he's got to get
Why
to
do you think he's always-
NPSC.
Nothing wrong with a little strap-on
Exactly. Well, no,
celebration. You know?
It's before the show. You know, how do you think he gets ready for a show?
Got it.
Anna
I was
gives it
like,
to him real good. That's how he gets ready for the show. Oh,
There you go.
Do I need
There
to
you
start
go.
doing that on our Sundays?
I got nothing.
Do I need to implement that on Sundays now?
Oh
Maybe.
dear God, Jason, come on, man.
I know, like you're
Pictures
not
we
seeing
don't
it.
need. You're giving us visuals.
Yes, for those who are listening to our audio versions, Jason says she wears the mask and he wears the ball gag and the ponytail.
It's almost
right.
like
That's right.
he's there to know what's going on. Jason, what are you doing?
We don't ask Jason what he's doing.
No,
No,
no.
we asked Bethany and said, Bethany, what is Jason doing?
Suspicious.
Bethany,
Very suspicious.
Bethany, what is Jason doing?
He's just sitting there
Very
in trouble like he always does.
Uh-huh.
Probably one of those guys that has like the
Sure.
halo above his head, and he's like, "Nope, I'm innocent. I didn't do anything."
Right.
Meanwhile,
No,
Yeah, hanging off of his horn.
He's hiding.
no, he's
Yeah.
completely thrown that halo out the window. You can't.
hiding
He
the
ain't got no
pitchfork behind his
halo.
back.
Mm.
Oh,
God,
my
yeah, I know.
gosh.
He ain't got no damn halo.
That,
Oh, no, you guys.
so, who else has been to a lovely St. Patty's Day green party?
I need to get out more, man. No, not me.
A few in college.
I'd say like my life
Oh,
at one
shit.
point was just like a lot of parties. I don't know if they were designated to certain time framings, but I think they were just excuses to party even more, you know?
Just make it themed for fun.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Friday. Oh, it's Saturday. Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's St. Patty's Day. Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo. Oh, it's Friday. You know, like it just kind of went on and on like that for a while. So I can't really like distinguish. Just when I worked at the bar because
It was
I had
a party.
yeah.
A lot of fraternity parties in college.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go.
No,
How was that? How was that?
Bad beer, a lot of sweat, and it smelled.
So, Con.
Yeah, come on.
Preparing for conventions.
You had guys in costume too. The toga guy's toga. Or is that just a stereotype?
We had a few of those, but not as many.
It was just to get people just to wear just a sheet for an outfit.
Yep.
A lot of
Jason-
skanky looking girls.
Jason said that he went to a St. Patty's Day foam party.
This
I've
sounds
never
bad.
been to a foam party. That sounds
I'm
like
not sure how I
fun.
feel
What's
about
a foam party?
You have to look it up. They're kind of out of date now.
He says it's the
But,
same premise as a porno. Everyone was tired, sticky, and disappointed in the end.
Poor Bethany. She's turning every shade of red. That's your man, Bethany. That's your man.
That look on your
I
face
know.
says a whole lot, Bethany.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That side eye.
What do they do? What do they do? They just create like bubbles?
Foam.
Green bubbles?
Yes. Green bubbles.
Green bubbles.
Pretty
That
much,
just
yeah.
go on everybody and that's it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
You dance and drink, slide all over the place.
Yeah.
Maybe get naked.
Yes.
yeah,
Most
you
likely
get
get
I
naked.
feel like I was at a
Streak
Red Hot
nose.
Chili Peppers concert that was kind of like that. Wow. Anyway. Bad joke. Yeah. That was back in the day.
No, good joke. Good joke.
Middle of summer, nobody's wearing much clothes. Everybody's just kind of sliding together in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Out of there.
Interesting.
That's
covered
Red
in
Hot Chili
sweat.
Peppers, right? Definitely for sure.
It's no wonder I didn't die from other diseases when I was young. Ugh. Like fucking 40 different strains of the
We're all gonna-
flu.
Oh, maybe that helped your immune system. Who knows?
Probably. More than likely.
It's passing those germs, person to person.
Ugh.
Ugh. It was so gross. Like I remember leaving. Like I need like 4 showers because this is the most disgusting I've ever felt in my life.
Well, it's not as bad as some of those videos where they show like concerts. So it's like that guy who was at I think it was in Europe somewhere, and he was in the bathroom in one of the potties, but then he went out to the trough, which is where the guys pee. And he thought it was a sink. So he grabs the freaking thing and washes his hands as if it was soap. And then he's like,
That's so
and the
disgusting.
camera's watching him, like, what are you doing? And the guy's like, this is
so
not a sink.
vile.
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I could ever do like an outdoor like concert like that.
Disgusting.
Oh my god.
That's the benefit, I guess, of a guy is they get to be able to they get to just pee almost wherever they want. I mean,
Ugh.
we have a
Ooh.
squat.
Oh.
God, it reminded me of the 13-hour drive it took us to get to NGCC that one time.
Oh.
We were finally able to stop, and all the guys went and were able to go pee behind the gas station while the rest of us had to stand in line. And I was like, I almost went behind and took a squat. I had to be so bad.
This is why hippie girls wear big skirts, because then nobody sees what's going on. They just go and squat someplace with a big skirt
I
around
wouldn't
them.
have cared.
And
It was dark outside.
Yep.
It was dark outside.
Yep.
I don't.
Like,
that was an awful job.
They make these things now too where you can pee like a guy.
The shiwi.
Yeah,
It's like a cup with a funnel hole on it. Yep.
Yeah, it's called the
Yep.
shiwi.
Yeah, that's legit.
That's gotta be really useful
I think
while
we
you're
opted
camping.
on one.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think
love
yeah, I
it
bet
when
it
you're
is.
camping.
yeah. How much is it?
It's like
I don't remember how
$10.
much
I don't
they
know.
are. You can
I think it's
jump on Amazon and look. I'll do it. I don't care. I searched all kinds of cool shit on Amazon. Why the hell not?
Yeah, look for an investment.
You're like, oh, what is that? I want to go look and see what that is, and then
She's gonna look it
you
up.
look it up
and
on
next thing
Amazon.
you know,
I'm like, oh,
her Facebook's gonna be like,
These
They're
are your
strangers.
recommendations.
okay.
"Ask for
So,
shiwi."
it says here, female urination device lets you pee standing up. Reusable female urinal. Look at that thing, man. You want to see it?
Yeah, how much is it?
Yeah.
$15 is this one. Oh nope, this one's on sale for $12.49 right now, ladies. Look at
Okay.
that.
Yep.
There
See,
you
yep.
go.
And it's pink, too.
It's a
Oh, it's pink.
It's a silicone funnel just for your vag.
At least it's silicone, so then I can kind of mold a little bit better.
Yeah, you can wash it better too.
Look,
Put it in your dishwasher.
we have the St. Patty's Day special, guys. It's a green one. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby. Get on it. And look at the price. Did you see the price?
Green one.
Oh,
The price
yeah.
is
No.
$8.99 for the green one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
special.
heck yeah.
Yeah, baby.
We're not
All over
sponsored,
that.
by the way.
They're
But we can be if
Yeah, we can be.
we would like to sponsor our show.
I would be more than willing to try it
No
out.
doubt. We can be bought.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh
We can be
God.
bought.
Oh,
Free
great.
shiwis
That's,
for everyone.
that's exactly what we need to tell people. That's not what we want to spread around, Anna. That's not what we want to Easy on that. Easy.
Are you sure that's not?
Whoa,
I mean, it's
okay.
supposed to be easier to be able to spread around. So I mean,
True.
Yeah, I can start like drawing in the snow now. Great.
Yes, you can, Amber. You can.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome.
a dream fulfilled.
If we actually get snow.
Yes, we get through.
And then it's saying on my forecast that like this Monday it's supposed to snow. That after it being like 75 degrees tomorrow,
Right.
it's gonna
Yeah,
snow
no.
on Monday. I'm like, what the?
What is happening?
Do you have the flu? Are you having hot flashes?
Oh my god, the
with
weather
you?
has the coronavirus. No.
Mother Nature is going through menopause.
Yeah, Mother Nature is
She
definitely
is.
going through
Yep.
menopause.
Oh
Just
my
not
Yes.
having a hot year, just trying to figure it out.
Hell yeah.
We get
She's
so
done
close.
gone completely
It's like,
batshit.
oh, we might snow. And then it's like, nope, it's 50 degrees. You know, like,
Yep.
Or
This is gonna
it's
happen,
like
too.
36 degrees and raining.
oh, I hate it. I hate
Yep.
rain. I'd rather have the snow.
That's
I
the
miss
type
that.
of rain that just like soaks through your bones and just makes you cold like all the way
Oh.
through.
Yep.
I hate that type of rain.
My,
Ooh.
yeah,
And
my
you can't
bones
get
don't like
warm.
that shit.
Mhm.
I got too much metal around my bones. They don't like that fucking shit.
Oh god, no.
Not at all.
Yeah, no.
Can't imagine.
Oh, you don't want to.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
sharing
no.
that information. I don't want any of you to know. It's so
It just sucks.
sick. Imagine, hold on. Here's one little tidbit for you. Imagine being hit in the soft part of your knee with a sledgehammer.
Whoa.
Ow.
That's kind of what my days have been feeling like lately. I'm like, do I gotta go up and down these stairs? God damn. Anyway,
Jesus.
yeah.
Mm.
It's cool though. Hey, I'm here.
Owie.
It's cool.
At that point,
Man.
I think I might get one of those what are they called? The acorn
Oh, the
like,
chairs?
The chairs, yeah. I think at that point I just like say fuck it and just install one of those in my
I'm
house.
too stubborn for that, man. You guys know me better
No,
than
they
that.
scare me.
They scare you?
Those scare me. Gremlins. Watch the movie Gremlins. it launches the fucking old lady up to
I
the freaking
remember
roof.
that.
No, I will not have one of those.
No, no, it's a bad idea.
Well, all right.
That's called childhood trauma right there.
No shit. No shit.
When Jason
Kids,
just put
kids
in.
these days don't know childhood trauma like we did with those movies.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Mm-mm.
Jason just put. Can you build a slide on your stairs? And that sounds really fun, actually.
But it'd be difficult to go back up.
Oh, please.
I think we could probably manage
Well, that's
that.
why
It
the
would
lift
be
chair.
pretty fun. I'll have to build a bank on the second floor so it can like take you from the third floor down onto around and into the.
Mhm.
Yes.
You never know. By the end of next week, there could be some fun stuff going on in here, like blanket forts and taking some of the twin size.
Awesome.
One of the twin size air mattresses is going down the stairs. You know, like it's gonna be good times.
You
Oh,
used to do that in laundry baskets.
Yeah, I don't want to
God,
do
that
that.
doesn't
in
work
laundry
well,
baskets.
though.
I don't think that would
Mattress is
work
probably your
out.
best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is weird. Carpet on our stairs.
We don't have carpet on our stairs.
Inflatable.
No, I know you don't. Yes.
Nice soft hardwood.
Yeah. I think the air mattress would be the best way to go because, like, then when you hit the bumps, you just kind of bounce instead of going, ow, ow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Got 12 bruises now. Here we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. Blanket forts and no pants rules. Woohoo!
Nice.
All right.
Love it.
We're getting crazy up in
So
here.
does that mean that JD's gonna run around in a skirt?
I
He
mean,
Would you have a
probably
kill?
would.
Yes, please.
we can make that happen. I mean, if he wants to, I wouldn't hold it against him. I might hold other things against him, but I won't hold that against him.
I hear it's very freeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I had a good friend who used to garden in a
God.
sarong. He said it was great. I don't know.
Okay. That's an interesting fashion choice for me.
Sure. I mean, if you're a guy, I'm sure it's very freeing. You know, just like everything just kind of hangs. You don't have to worry about, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bunching up and getting places. And,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I never considered being a guy and doing yoga until JD was like, ow, ow. I can't do that. Like you're trying to do like certain poses in yoga and things get pinched. I don't have that problem because I don't have balls. I don't know. You gotta think about these things.
Yeah. True. I don't think about it either. I figured if they can't do it, then guess what? One thing I can do that you can't do.
Hey, there's certain things we can't do because our girls get in the way.
Oh, don't remind me. Oh, I hate that so much.
Very true.
You guys ever get to a point where you'd
Very
rather
true,
wear a
very
bra?
true.
Like you're just like, I just really, even though it's uncomfortable, I just rather have it on.
Depends on the activity and stuff because you need to stay in their places.
Right?
Depends on who's home with you.
Yeah.
Don't want certain things showing or flopping around. So
Oh, I walk
Together.
bobbles outside to go to the bathroom and stuff like that, and I'll walk without a bra or whatnot. I'm like, whatever.
I feel like that's a little different. Like
yeah.
it depends, Like I don't know. Sometimes I just feel more comfortable with one on right now. Anyway.
yeah, I want the extra support sometimes. I get that.
Yeah. Home is where the bra isn't.
There are
No.
nights.
Seriously, you don't know, buddy.
There
I don't know.
are many nights. There are many nights where I get in the car after work and I'm like, I should have taken my fucking bra off before I left to work because I just don't want it on. I just don't want it on.
JD,
Home is where the bra isn't. Okay.
JD is very excited that it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm not. Is that like?
Yep.
I'm not excited. But I'm
Happy
not
birthday
No,
to Chan.
That's not why I said that. That's not why I said that.
No, girl, hun, don't worry. We heard it before the show.
I'm very indifferent about my birthday, though. Like, you guys feel that way? Like, it's like whatever.
I like my birthday. I really don't go out crazy and celebrate it, like throw a big party or anything. But I just like it because it's my day. Even though I did nothing, and my mom was the one who did all the work. But I'll sometimes she'll call me, but then I always, whenever she calls me, I always thank her. Thank you for giving me life, and that's about it. But no, I don't. Like, for me, it's just like, it's a day just to be you. Like, it's my special day. It's your one day out of the year that's yours, in a sense. Although you share it with lots of people, but
Maybe I'll fart in front of everyone tomorrow.
Right.
How is it any different from every other day?
I don't fart in front of anyone. Can't. But if I'm allowed to be myself, then maybe I because I'll fart in front of my kids, but not anyone else. Just because like they make gross faces and it's funny. But maybe I'll give JD the full treatment.
You need to go into the
whatever.
Go into the Walmart, walk down the produce aisle, and just let one rip, like a really loud, stinky ass fart.
Nobody will be there.
And then just keep on walking like nothing's going on.
But no one will be there, Anna. How fun would that actually be?
That's right. Y'all are on
Baby steps.
lockdown completely.
I'd rather crop dust an entire toilet paper aisle. Ooh.
Yes. Hell yeah.
We'll teach you for buying too much toilet paper.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm not.
Nope.
He's been trying to get me to open presents for like the last 2 days. I'm like, it's not my birthday. I don't want to open presents yet. He's like, oh, you don't want to open your present? Like, no, it's not my birthday. What am I? If I open presents now, I'm not gonna have any presents to open on my birthday. And he's like, just open them. I'm like, I don't want to.
I think it's more like
Russ
he's
is
more
notorious
excited.
for that. Russ is notorious for that. He'll buy something for me and he'll go, I got this for your birthday. I know it's in like 3 weeks, but here you go. I'm like, that's just because you didn't want to wrap it.
Yeah. Do you ever notice that now as you're older, there's less wrapping paper and more just like Amazon delivered your present?
Yes.
There's no wrapping paper. It's just, here's a knife. Open your present.
At
least when you open the box, it's in maybe in the nice, gift bag or something.
Oh no. He's not going to spend
usually.
extra money for that shit.
But that's kind of how it is now, this is welcome to adulthood. You no longer get pretty wrapping paper. That's something your mom does for you and nobody else.
I don't even get that from my mom.
You have to throw a party if you want wrapping paper.
There you go.
Yes.
How do you throw a party right now? Nobody would show up.
A
virtual birthday party.
Yeah, you can do a big video conference type thing. You can just have all these screens, or just have Skype open.
Yeah.
Melissa and I, we share the same box. Like when we give each other gifts, we give the box back and forth with the whatever gift inside. Oh,
that's pretty cool.
That's
a good
idea. She got one of those mystery Harry Potter boxes from a convention. And she will fill it. Whoever has it will fill it with everything that we want to give, and then give it to the next person. And then it just goes back and forth at this point.
Oh, that's cool.
That is a super good idea. That is a super, super good idea. Yeah. I love that idea. I do. I think that's a great idea. I don't have any friends. I don't have any close friends that I do that kind of thing with. Anymore. I did when I was young, but I don't have any close girlfriends that I exchange birthday presents with now. I used to buy my girlfriends flowers for their birthdays. That was a thing I used to do.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. My mom used to when she was alive. I was born at 11:17 p.m. And even after she moved out of here, she would call me at 11:17 p.m. Happy birthday, you're finally born. I'm like, geez Louise, couldn't you call me earlier today? But yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She's like, you could have come early. You could have delivered earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my aunt has, her birthday is the very next day. She tells me all the time, you couldn't wait 45 minutes? You just couldn't wait. I wanted my own birthday.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I have I have two aunts. One is passed that my sister and my son, and so my cousins and now like my son and a few of my other cousins were like born right around both of their birthdays. So it was always one of those things where they were like, well, what am I waiting on? Like, why aren't you kids like born on my, it's like 4 kids right around like both birthdays that never landed directly on the day. It was always funny. At least.
Oh, wow. I'm glad that my kids were actually separated from my birthday, because I was like, that's my birthday. Now I can really care less. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Wow.
Oh
My goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Lowry.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Why?
Grab this one.
This ponytail is really throwing me off here. Like, I don't.
It looks like a My Little Ponytail.
Curled, and there's 2 colors. What?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Did anyone hear what I was saying before?
No.
For those of our viewers, check around the 44-minute mark if you wanted to see the image itself.
My goodness.
Yes.
It's quite entertaining.
Oh,
There you go.
That's actually
entertaining.
I think you should hold on to that and make that like your now every St. Patty's Day. That should be like your profile picture on whatever social media you happen to be using at the time. I'm just thinking
That actually sounds like a really good idea.
that's a forever St. Patty's Day post. Like for forever and ever and ever. That should be like your St. Patty's Day. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, Jason, you did a great job. That's amazing. I love it.
Yes. That is freaking awesome. I like that a lot. Oh, Lord. Well, now that Russell's been outed.
Siobhan says she planned her kids so they wouldn't be around her birthday. And then I wouldn't get married around my birthday either. It's mine. That's good.
Now that's
Heck yeah.
definitely good planning.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I said something because I always look at it like it is your personal new year. I think I've mentioned that before. Like it's now now marks a new beginning of a new year for you as an individual. Like I think that's pretty amazing that you get your own personal New Year's.
Right.
Unless you're born on New Year's,
That's
and
cool.
unfortunately you get both of them. My grandmother was born on New Year's Day, so.
Aw, that's pretty cool. One birthday I'll never forget.
Yep.
Yeah, how can you?
Yeah. I will. I would forget it.
Oh, well,
If it-
That's why we have Facebook to remind us
if
of
it-
birthdays.
yes, if it wasn't for that and my Google Calendar, I'd be fucked. Just
God, that
completely.
helps so much. So I'm like, oh, I swear I'm not a horrible friend. I knew your birthday. I swear.
It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, Melissa.
Uh-oh, somebody's being called out.
Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble.
I'll tell that story another time. But you put on Leprechauns. I have a video I want to share with all of you.
Oh,
I'm going to.
Yeah.
It says 1 year. You may have to talk
Please.
about this.
I can talk about it later, but here's the video.
Okay.
Because we got to talk about this one. It's 2 minutes. It's worth it.
It is.
No volume.
Can't hear.
No audio.
Oh. Okay. I'll figure something else in a second. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. So
Tell me sounds-
while she's figuring that out,
oh dear God.
what?
Huh?
It wouldn't be our show if there wasn't things going weird. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this is how we party. This is how we get down. You know, it's all driving everything
Completely
off the
off the
rails
rails.
and craziness. That's what we got. That's what we offer. Come here. This is what we're handing out.
Mhm.
Odd, weird, crazy,
More or less.
yeah, awkward, technical difficulties. We're gonna walk through all of it, and we're gonna take you guys on a journey.
We're gonna have a great time.
Dear. Of course. Well, you know, when I write the promos, you know, I'm straightforward. This is gonna go this way, kind of. We will go off the rails all the time. If we ever stay on the rails, please, anyone who's watching us, please just let us know that we're screwing it up and we're not doing the right thing.
Ooh, Melissa just said, I watched 7 seasons of My Little Pony. I should be allowed to forget your name. Oh,
oh my God.
My name.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to have to hear about this.
Yes.
No.
Now it's getting hyped now, but it wasn't that big.
It's not that big a deal.
No, it's getting too big. It's not. It was just she forgot my birthday 1 year, and then she had someone go out and try to buy me gifts. That's all. That's all it was. And then I just made fun. And then she said that I didn't know her birthday, and I told her birthday, and then that was it.
Is this one of those like who's the better friend things? Because I know quite a few people who do that. Like I've heard
she's definitely the better friend in the long run with everything. That's definitely for sure.
That's sweet.
Super nice.
Don't forget, she did want to be my friend first, so she tried to go hard with it.
True.
I remember that.
Because yes, I am a bitch in real life, clearly.
Sure. Aren't we all?
I'm not really.
I admit it.
No.
A bitch?
No.
Every woman has a bitch in her.
I don't have a lot of
one.
one. I got like this tiny little one that kind of hangs out right here. And it's more of an
You have a
asshole
leprechaun
than a
bitch?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure, we all have.
Teeny dog.
Ooh, is it going to work?
I don't know.
Let's see if it's going to work. I do.
Sorry.
Love the pause.
Did it play at all or no?
It's all good.
No.
No.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to give up on this because I can't get it to play.
Aww.
So
it was funny too.
What's it about? Can you give us a little bit of a?
They're looking for a leprechaun, and it's just not working in their favor. So they're going out there, they're taking a look at it, and it's just like, hey, everyone, did anyone see a leprechaun? Say yeah. And then I can't say the punchline of the one. I really wish that we would have played. Let me see if I can put it maybe as a speaker on my laptop itself. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
So can you hear me from this?
Yes.
Yes.
Back on again. And hopefully this will play.
DC-15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bring binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else in the leprechaun say yeah?
That's good.
Leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is this cat's a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a problem. He got hold to the wrong stuff. And it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We don't get down to the bottom of this. You're still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know what. I want to go. Give me the gold. I want to go.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC.
There we go. That's the end of it.
Anything for pot of gold.
Oh, if
I want the gold.
Tree, I want the gold. I'm gonna get the gold.
Can you see that? That's the amateur sketch of the freaking leprechaun that they're talking about. Did you see that? Can you see it? No.
Mm-mm.
That thing is hilarious.
Can you see
Oh.
it? Can you see it? Is it too bright? It's probably too bright.
It's a little too bright.
There you
Little
go.
too bright.
Oh,
There you go.
Like a 5-year-old's drawing.
That's what they're talking about.
It looks like an acorn.
It does look like an acorn.
So is this supposed to be Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah, this is from 2017. I remember this.
Yes, it's probably one of my
You would-
favorite leprechaun things. It's
Well,
just the,
you-
it's just probably
you
just a
wanna know-
crackhead getting in the wrong stuff.
I remember this.
Well, what's funny is about Mobile, Alabama is my sister and brother-in-law don't live that far from there.
Nice.
Yeah, just a rag on them.
Shit.
Like,
That's right.
did the leprechaun come back out?
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh Lord, the leprechauns.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so do you guys like corned beef and cabbage?
No.
Yes and
Not
no.
really.
I like the corned beef. I don't like the cabbage.
I prefer
Yeah.
bangers and mash. If we're
You
talking
actually-
Irish foods,
I've
I
never-
prefer bangers and mash. Like I'm not a big corn.
I've
beef.
never had
you
bangers
act-
and mash. I don't like cooked cabbage, but I love corned beef.
Well, do you
Do
want
you-
to know
do you
something
like-
interesting?
Yeah.
Is that corned beef and cabbage, if you go to Ireland, you will not find that as a dish being served on St. Patrick's Day. That is only in America.
It's an American thing? It's so
Yeah.
weird.
It's an American thing. Yep. It started with the Irish immigrants.
Well, how do you corn beef anyway? I never got that.
It's more of
It's
a
the way
cooking
it's like the way
process.
it's cooked.
Yeah.
You cook it in corn?
No.
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 It's just the term used.
Nothing to
Yeah.
do with
Yeah.
corn.
You basically
confused.
boil the shit out of it. Like you slow cook
Mhm.
it for a really long time in broth or brine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the cabbage.
And it falls apart.
Not always. A lot of the time you do the corned beef first and then you add the cabbage after it's cooked for a while. Like I said,
Potatoes, carrots.
it's a slow cooking process.
So it says a salt cured brisket or of beef, and the term comes from the treatment of the meat with large grained rock salt, also called corns of salt.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I
Ah.
like that. Good. But I like the taste of it. We had some on St. Patrick's Day. The whole, like just the corned beef and the cabbage all in one pot, stewing away. I just took the corned beef and that was it. It was really good.
Yeah. I'm not like I like sauerkraut. I'm not a big cabbage fan unless it's depends on how it's cooked. Like I don't like it real mushy.
I like cabbage more so
I
in
like raw
Asian
cabbage.
dishes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm. Not so much like boiled green cabbage. I'm not a huge fan.
All right. Yeah.
I do like
Right.
sauerkraut. That's something I got into as an adult.
Yeah, I love sauerkraut.
Let me try it. I don't think I gave it a proper try.
It's kind of like it has like a tartness to it. It's not really sour. It's not really sweet. It's just like that. It's a little, I don't know. It's an acquired taste, I guess. But like you grow up around it and you just kind of get used to it, I guess. Or if you're an adult and you want to try it, you can find
Yeah.
it then too.
Definitely.
But like the bangers and mash is basically just like sausages and mashed potatoes.
Sausage and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, like
That sounds
So
pretty
good.
but that usually they'll cook like the sausages are usually some sort of like bratwurst or they have like they're cooked in beer a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's so good.
I love
Yeah.
bratwurst.
Yeah.
That's the best.
So
I do. I love bratwurst. It's very, very good.
well,
But yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's also like, you know, like Oktoberfest too, you get like a bangers and mash kind of a situation at that time of year also. So it's like it's kind of like that
Right.
same type of food. It's that hearty, like
Hearty food that's good with beer.
Mhm.
yeah. That's definitely more.
Okay.
I feel like that's
Stick
more
to your
like-
ribs, comfort food.
yeah, that's it right there. That's what I like. That's my favorite.
Mhm.
Well, something I found out while doing a little research, and I don't know how I got on like the food of St. Patrick's Day, is that because it's during Lent, and at the time Ireland was very Catholic. They actually you could not have like meat or alcohol, and for St. Patrick's Day they actually lifted that just so you could have your meat and your alcohol, the beer, for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
Because it used to be you weren't allowed to because of Lent, and anyone who follows Lent, you can't have beef or meat or beer.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I like that.
I thought that was just on. You couldn't have it on Fridays.
No,
I
think it's the really like uber Catholics. They kind of follow that. Yeah.
The devout.
But a lot of the dishes you'll find over in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day is Irish bacon, which is more like what we think of ham.
Oh.
Their bacon is like big slabs of like ham. Lamb stew, chicken and leek pie, steak and Guinness pie, and shepherd's and cabbage pie.
Steak and Guinness pie. Holy crap.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So Lent is actually a 40-day fast. It's from Ash Wednesday to Easter.
Yep.
And you're fasting like meat and alcohol a lot of the time. So it's 40 days of vegetarianism, basically.
And fish. Oh. That's actually how McDonald's got their fish fillet. They started the fish fillet because they noticed during Lent there was a decrease in sales, so from like the Catholics and stuff. So that's when they started the fish fillet. And at one point, it was only offered during Lent, but so many people, it was so popular that they made it. They kept it for year round.
So what's the deal with the McRib then? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
That's
because people like fake meat.
That's some serious fake meat right there, let me tell you.
Hey, but people fight over those.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it's the hype. If they had it, the hype, the bringing it going away and bringing it back. They definitely did a good marketing with that one.
It's like the chicken the chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
That I will admit that's
or nacho
something,
fries.
Like I used to treat myself with a Shamrock shake every year for.
Oh man, I forgot.
Like, that was my jam.
Oh,
yeah,
love those. So
I have
much.
not had one yet.
I haven't.
He always tells me. He tells me all the time that they're really, really, really good, and I'm like, I just haven't had one yet.
Take Thin Mint and like vanilla ice cream. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's not really that hard. I mean you can take like soft vanilla ice cream and some like it's basically just peppermint or mint, whatever, mint extract.
Is it like mint chocolate chip milkshake?
No, there's no chocolate in it. It's just
there's no chocolate.
It's just mint.
Okay.
So it's just green mint shake. That's all. it's just a green milkshake that tastes like mint, and it tastes like fake mint because it's McDonald's, and it tastes like fake ice cream because it's McDonald's.
But therefore delicious.
And you have to find
delicious. Yeah.
And you have to find one where their machine's actually working.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the only time the machine is actually working because that's the whole point.
Yeah. Like I will admit there has never been a time when I've ordered a Shamrock shake and they told me their machine was broken or not working. Like every time
their machines do work. They just don't want to clean them, so that's why they're broken.
That makes sense.
They're not actually broken. They just they've either already cleaned it or they don't want to clean it because it's too late or whatever reasoning for it. But it is because they do not want it to run because they don't want to clean it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep. I mean, why do extra work? Come on, guys. Nobody wants to do more work.
Yeah, exactly.
or wait,
Shocking.
is that more work or is that just their job? Ooh, Ooh, good question. Sorry.
Very nice question.
Someone's salty about their shakes.
No, I worked years ago. I worked for Sheets, and it was one of those situations where you have your cappuccino machine, and it's not anything complicated. It's super easy. It's just like a bag of powder and a thing of hot water inside the machine, and it just like puts everything in there together, and it whatever. No one ever wants to clean that machine either. No one even wants to clean the machines, even though it's your job. It's just it's your job. Yeah. So you get paid to do. You don't get paid to stand around and look pretty. You get paid to work. That's what you get paid.
Oh man. You're just they're just what my whole idea of what work is.
I'm sorry. But you're a teacher. You can stand there and look pretty as a teacher. You're allowed to.
No, there's no prettiness in my job. Not when you're wiping snotty noses and getting coughed and sneezed on, and
that was my little joke for the parents who are now forced to homeschool their children.
Now you know how it's like for teachers.
Yep.
But you only have like one or two, and we have a classroom full.
Right.
20 to 30.
You produce these snot-nosed little disease-ridden monkeys. You can deal with them for a couple weeks. Not gonna kill you.
I have zero sympathy.
Me either. I don't either.
As I would say, you want sympathy, look it up in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
Oh,
crap.
Damn.
You've never heard that one before?
No, I never heard. Oh my god.
That's a good
shit. All right.
I like that. I might have to write that one down.
I'm taking that shit to work.
You want sympathy, look it up in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
I dig it.
Hell yeah.
Yep, I'm on that.
That's going to work with me. Stolen.
It's you to have.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys have any
That is one thing that
St. Patty's Day traditions, like the Shamrock Shake or anything? Like, is there any?
I used to watch Boondock Saints. I haven't watched it in a while.
That's good, maybe.
I always try to make sure that I've got
tonight.
I always try to make sure that I've got green on, and that because it used to be when we were all kids, if you didn't wear green, you got pinched, and and kids can be mean, and you get the shit pinched out of you. When you end up with bruises up and down your arms, you stop not wearing green on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So I always try to make sure I have green on for St. Patrick's Day. I think
another childhood trauma.
Yes, exactly. Our lives are full of them, and then people wonder why we're so fucked up. Yeah. I know.
Oh, and then if it wasn't the pinches, it was like the punches in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. And the punch buggies, that'll just. Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, kids nowadays punch will buggies, never understand punch buggies.
No, they won't. They won't understand Popeye. They won't understand punch buggies.
They don't know what Indian burns are.
Yes.
Oh,
no.
I remember those. Has anyone ever played Lumberjack?
No.
There's another traumatizing thing right there. So you hold hands. Basically, if you're starting to do like a handshake, but you hold them, and then you take turns slapping the other person's back of their hand until one gives out. Hacking at a tree.
Wow.
So that. Yeah, so usually, me being the stupid teenager I was like, yeah, okay, let's do this, lumberjack. I'm tough. I can do this, sure, I never got past one. I'm like, okay, no, hurts.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's like the slap games. You remember that? Where it's like somebody's got their hands under.
Yeah.
Oh, just like kids will never understand Red Rover or dodgeball.
No, they still play. Don't they still play dodgeball?
No, I don't think so. No.
No.
Well, like they'll never
allowed to in
know
school.
that feel
Yeah.
of that rubber ball smacking you in the face.
Or just that
Oh,
sound
yeah.
itself has a very particular sound
It
when
does.
it's pelting someone.
Yeah, like my ears are
You can
tuned
dodge
to
a
that.
wrench.
Like
You
if I
can
hear
dodge a
that
wrench.
sound, I'm like,
You can
where's
dodge
that?
a ball.
Where's the ball? I heard the ball.
Like a dog. What?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. I am. Because
Yeah,
my
they're-
ears are tuned to
They're
that
not
shit.
allowed.
I'm like, wait, look
They're-
out, I'm coming.
They're not allowed. They're not allowed to play it in the schools anymore because you can single people out and it can be bullying. And I'm like, that's
Whatever.
not bullying. That's learning how to get the hell out of the way.
We used to beat the shit out of each other. You guys remember playing
Learning how to
Bloody Knuckles or Quarters or any of that shit? We used to play that
Yes.
stuff.
I didn't play those, no.
Or-
I know of them, but I never played
Oh,
with them.
heck yeah.
You guys know what
There
a
was rite
pappy
of
slap
passage
is?
to get that ball
A
smacked
what?
in the face.
No, what's that?
A pappy slap? That's
No.
where you sneak up on somebody and you smack them right in the forehead with the flat of your hand, like real hard. Bap!
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
You just like
No,
run
I
past people,
don't.
pappy slapping them. You know.
No.
Oh,
You guys know what
Jason will do that to me
applesauce is?
sometimes.
Do you guys know what applesauce is?
No.
Applesauce.
Where you like
I think-
karate chop somebody right in the Adam's apple? Like,
What?
Oh god, that's
Oh,
no.
Vicious.
we were rough kids. Like that's that was high school, man. Like
Jason's sitting there nodding
my
his head,
God.
going, "Yep, yep."
No.
yeah.
Nope.
Never
The
did
fight
that.
starring was bad.
You'd see a kid like lean back in their chair and like dangle an arm. They're like reaching back to rip somebody's leg hairs out. Like,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Owie, owie.
Ouch.
That's incentive to keep your legs shaved.
that's right.
There you go. I got you. Got you.
That's when you kick that
Yep.
fucking
Nope.
chair from out underneath.
When I was little, I used to have really super long hair, and my last name started with a W, and I was always at the end of the line. The boy who was in line behind me all the time, he kept wanting to grab my ponytail. So I started putting, those hair bobbles that have the big balls on them. Started putting them at the end of a braid on my hair, and I would get that sucker swinging, and I'd whack him right in the fucking face over the
yes!
He'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Girl.
Hurt.
Damn.
Heck yeah.
Damn.
I'll whack you with my freaking
They're like
braid.
miniature bolas.
I know.
Like, really?
I know.
Yep.
Little hard acrylic
Yep.
ball just.
They hurt.
Yes.
They do hurt. You ever
Oh
been
god, when
whacked
you
in
got
the
one
head
of
with
those,
They
it?
do hurt.
Like your
yes,
mom's
when one would like snap.
Oh god, yeah.
Yep.
I just remember the feeling on my
Oh
fingers.
gosh.
Ouch.
Yes. Oh Lord. They did
Oh
hurt
god,
too.
especially
Oh my god.
and especially when they had the metal pieces on them, and you would take them out of your hair, and it was like a big chunk of your hair would get
man.
pulled
Get
with
stuck
it.
in it.
Yep.
Fucking them fuckers.
Yeah.
God.
Childhood was
It's
rough.
like now my head is broken.
I started making those
Oh.
outsourced ones. I was like, why didn't they have these when I was a kid? It's just like they don't have
Oh no! Remember the hair things that
like
had
that.
like the spikes on it, and you'd put it on your neck and like put it up over your head into your hair,
Yes. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yep.
and it would pull your hair back,
I
but they
love
were like
those
the
things.
spikes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They make a little rose in your hair.
Do you guys ever have
Uh-huh.
banana
Yep.
clips? You know what I'm talking about when I say a banana
Mhm.
clip? Did you ever take
Yes.
those and
Oh,
pretend
I
they were
love those.
glasses? I used to pretend they
Yes.
were sunglasses. Just walk around.
Yes.
Well, the one that I say is like when you did the hair claw one, you put it in your lip.
Uh-huh.
That feeling.
Oh
Yes.
man.
That thing hurts though.
Yeah.
This
Oh, and the
can
worst
hurt
one was
if
when
it's
they
a
would
new one.
snap on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, when those claws were new, those suckers hurt.
Uh huh.
Oh gosh.
And
I
they
could
would
never
like
get my
you'd
hair up
feel them.
them.
You would feel it like you'd feel it like in your hair, and you're like, oh yeah, that thing's stuck.
Yep.
It's not coming out.
Oh, yikes.
Yep.
And you'd
You
have
guys
like
ever-
a
You guys
headache
ever
for the
remember
whole
falling
night.
asleep with gum in your mouth and waking up with it in your hair as a kid?
Oh,
I never
I
had
did
to
that
do
once.
that.
I did that once. Once, never did it
Yeah.
again.
Here's the best way to
I-
get
You want to
gum
take
out
that
of
shit
your
out
hair.
I had
real
a-
easy though?
Yeah.
Peanut
What
butter.
is it?
Peanut butter.
Peanut
No,
butter.
my sister once had gum in her
Peanut
hair.
butter.
They decided to give her a mullet.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it was
wow.
just easier just to cut it off. They just cut it off and then cut the other side and give her a mullet.
Oh.
Oh. Oh God, I remember in elementary school there was this
Nope.
kid who sat in front of me, and he had a rat tail, and I kept always imagining him cutting that shit off.
I hate rat tails.
I
Ugh.
hated it.
I
so
had one.
bad.
I bet that was the last
I
time
had
she
one.
used.
My hair was so long, and when I finally cut it, my sister would do my hair all the time, and my sister was upset that I cut it because I cut it and I left a rat tail that was the same length of what my hair was. So my sister ended up cutting off my rat tail while I was asleep one night over at her house. But I kept this one long piece of hair. But yeah, I had that thing for like a year or so, and then finally she chopped it off, stole my rat tail from me. That was mean.
Wow.
Sorry, they just don't look attractive to me. They just don't.
How long was it?
I'm sorry.
It went down to about the middle of my back.
That was the 90s for you.
How short was the rest of your hair?
About up to here. About up to my ears. Yeah. So, and she was mad at me because I cut my hair off, though, because she always liked playing with my hair and doing it up. Because she would get that 17 magazine, and it always had, like, the new hairstyle, and she'd be like, come here, I'm going to do your hair. You're going to what? What are you doing? You're sewing ribbon into my hair. Stop it.
It's like they treated you like your
doll,
like her own like Barbie doll. Yeah.
Yes.
The heck?
Yes, definitely.
Older
Well,
sister.
she's 10 years older than me, so she could overpower me. So she would sit there and she'd be like, "Here, I'm gonna curl your hair. Get away from me with that giant green curling iron. Stay away."
I hated curling irons. I didn't use them. I was the oldest. I didn't do that shit to my sisters because I hated that shit.
And she had this green curling iron it had to be at least 12 inches long. And it had this piece at the end that you filled up with water and you'd squeeze it so it would steam your hair. She would get it right up against your head and hit the button and be like, steam burn onto your forehead. What are you doing? You're going to kill me. Yes.
Nope.
Not cool. Nope.
My aunt growing up, she was only 5 years older than me, and I spent a lot of time like at my grandma's house and stuff. And she used to do my hair like hers, and like this is what is it? I guess it would be 90s chola would probably be the easiest way to describe it.
I know what you're talking about.
This bangs situation. It'd be one bang that was curled down, but the other half was curled up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the big thing. And she always, whenever I was coming over, she would always do my little hair, and it would be like the half down and the one half up. And I liked it because it was like hanging out. It was like as if I had an older sister, but I'm the oldest. But it was like since she was only 5 years older than me, she would do whatever, and it's like I'm following her or whatnot. But I do remember that. I wish I had some photos of it, but it's just funny. It's like 90s chola.
One of my younger sisters was really into the whole like 90s chola look, and she used to take like her sideburns and like hairspray and soak it and then do like the swirl on her face with her hair. I never did my hair and like the skin slick back ponytail, you know what I mean? Like the bangs were like the curl, but like the ponytail was so on the scalp, it's smooth, tight back, like, not a hair out of place. Yeah.
Like a bucket of hairspray.
Oh,
kind of like what my hair looks like when I haven't washed it for a while. And a lot of dry shampoo.
Do you guys use that stuff?
I do
sometimes.
The dry shampoo?
It works. I like it. I mean, you shouldn't go for more than a day, but like if you want a little freshen up, then it works. My hair gets super oily super fast. Doesn't matter like how long ago I took a shower. It could be just like a day, and then there you go. There's oil in my hair already. Like why?
Mine's like that too. I was just curious.
No, yeah, it works. I recommend Batiste. I tried Dove, and it just doesn't work the same. And Batiste is it's a UK brand. It's like apparently the most like popular brand in the UK, and I believe it. It works really nice.
So, what was that?
Oh, Aaron Go Bra. You guys have heard that before, right?
Yeah, go Ireland.
That's right. It's Ireland forever. Yeah.
Yeah, Ireland forever.
It's kind of like a rally cry. I was like, wow, okay. But you would think that they would, like when they would go to war and stuff back in the Middle Ages and whatnot, that they would be yelling that, but they weren't. I looked it up. I couldn't find anywhere where they said that they'd be, because that's why I started looking at it. I was like, Aaron go bra, they were yelling that somewhere. No, they really didn't. It's pretty much just bastardized and Americanized. It's like, here, we're going to steal yet another thing from you.
Unfortunately, that's something that Americans do to a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Cultural thievery.
Appropriation.
We thieve.
Appropriation.
Yes.
I like that.
Do we really thieve it,
it
or
all.
do we just turn it into what we want it to be?
In some ways, it's good and bad. Like there's a silver lining to it. Of course, it's like, yeah, we're recognizing these cultures, but most of the time we're bastardizing them too. So it's just like,
yeah,
it's like half, like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. So.
Well, it's what, like,
we do.
Star Spangled Banner. One of our songs is, we've taken it from a English drinking song.
Yeah.
Which one?
We do exactly what the Romans did. The Romans, they took from all the other cultures, like their gods are from Greek gods. It's like they just renamed them.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of their culture was, a lot of the ancient Roman culture was like that. They just stole it from everybody else. So, which, that's us. We're the New Age Rome.
And they just went in and conquered and took whatever they wanted.
Yep.
Never sat down and thought about it. Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
But are we that smart?
So do you?
No,
not at all.
There's the $1 million question.
No. I mean, like, we're a country that just bought out like a year's supply of toilet paper. Like, those of us that participated or not, we're still part of this country that now all the rest of the world is looking at. Why the fuck did the Americans buy all the toilet paper? Like, that's just.
Why?
It's important.
For a virus that
TP for me bunghole.
For a virus that doesn't even give you the shits. I mean, come on, really?
And all of us kids from the 90s who used to TP houses are probably going, God damn it, we just wasted all that toilet paper.
It's not a waste if we go out and TP people's houses after all this.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, that's the grand scheme.
Yes. We're going to have the ultimate house TP party at the end of this.
Just make sure it's 2-ply so the person can take it off and reuse it. If you're going to TP, make sure it's the good shit. Yes.
Yeah, but if you're in an area where there's any humidity in the air, that toilet paper's fucked from the time you throw it.
Yep.
It's already wet.
Most definitely. Oh my gosh.
It's super tempting.
Everybody's house with it.
Because you could just get and install a bidet, and your problems could be just solved.
It cracks me up because
that's what I.
Go ahead.
That's what I think we all should get into. Is we all should become bidet salesmen.
You are in the market for it.
I keep questioning myself. So let me pose this to you guys real quick. If there really was an apocalypse and you had to go to the store, what would it be? What would the one thing you absolutely had to buy be? Would it be toilet paper? Would it really be toilet paper if it was like the end of the world apocalypse? Like, is that really you going for the toilet paper? You really?
Nope. They're
not going after
I'm buying me
anything
a
else.
shotgun so I can find some food.
And cleaning supplies is toilet paper and cleaning supplies.
Yes.
Bleach
we
and
had to
Lysol.
hide
Well,
our
the cleaning supplies is just because it was everyone's trying to figure out the way for the sickness. The cleaning supplies is the one that I do understand. The toilet paper is the questionable one in particular. I would probably say cleaning supplies and paper towels are the ones that make the more sense overall. The Clorox wipes and things of that nature.
The canned foods and just basic stuff like that.
Like maybe soup, but not
the
all.
The problem is like manufacturing's not ending. It's still being manufactured. There's still toilet paper being made. It's just getting from
definitely
the factories to distributing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because now
So everybody be nice to your truck drivers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Be nice to them.
Yeah, be kind. They're out in this.
Poor Rob is just he's.
Well, I have quite a few friends who are truck drivers, and like some of the companies had to let some dudes go, and it's like now some of these guys are running like nonstop, like legit nonstop, nearly no sleep.
Right.
Like they're just trying to do what they can, and it's just kind of
They had to let them go like before this happened or because of this happening?
Because of this happening, there's been some layoffs. Yeah.
For truck drivers?
Which doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't.
Well, if you have this many truck drivers and this many trucks, you know, you're gonna have to let so many people go because you don't have enough trucks to fill, like, for butts. You know what I mean? You don't have enough seats for butts. So, I mean, which I don't agree with. I think they should be tag teaming, like putting somebody in a passenger seat, somebody in a driver's seat, and having them switch off so stuff can get done. But, you know, that's not necessarily how things work, especially with insurances and other stuff.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we still have to worry about that. So,
well, I used to have a coworker who was a truck driver previously, but he would truck drive with his wife, and they would do that. They would flip flop off and whatnot, so that way, because they got paid on delivery,
right?
So
but they were already
deliveries
set up as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. I got to go for a ride in a truck that my neighbor had when I was like 3 or 4. And I fell in love with it. And that's what I wanted to be. And my mom was like, girls aren't truck drivers. I said, I'm going to be a truck driver. For years, I'm going to be a truck driver. I'm going to be a truck driver.
I could see you as a truck driver.
Yeah. And then for some reason, I never followed through with it.
I have a friend who
now I'm
for
going
a pretty a pretty popular trucking company, and she loves it. She just got her license within the last 5 years, and she loves it.
That's really good.
Yeah, I would love to do it.
And she's like mid-50s.
I would love to.
She's probably about 50, 54, and she just got her CDL like right at the tail end of her 40s.
Definitely have a lot of respect for truck drivers, especially those that can like maneuver tight spaces too.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it too is the new trucks out there have gotten a lot better with turning radiuses.
Well, I mean, can you imagine, like, some people get into like a larger pickup truck and can't handle parking that in a regular parking spot, let alone being able to maneuver a truck of that size and then add the trailer to it.
Yeah,
you know,
I would never be able to. I'm horrible with it. With car being too big, it just my perception. I'm so afraid of the perception. I overshoot everything.
Right.
Like it's like I can't. Like it's more power to those people or whatnot.
Yeah, I always think I'm too.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I love, like, I had a rental car last year, right about the time that my daughter graduated from high school, and I ended up with a huge pickup truck. It was one of those big, huge quad cab Dodge Rams that was just ginormous. I loved it. Oh, I loved that thing. I was like, I want one. They stuck on gas mileage, but I wanted one. I was like, yes, the bigger the better.
I don't know, Anna. Maybe you should think about a career change. It might not be the worst thing in the world.
I'm thinking about it. You know,
I think
it would be cool, especially
if you really love, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
as
do
long
love
as you're
driving.
okay.
That's for certain.
Well, do you want to do long distance or short?
I would do short. I would do local. I
Do you
wouldn't
do local?
I do, within a day, day trips type deal. Because I don't know I don't sleep too well outside of my bed.
Oh, it was really funny. My cousin, he was doing truck driving, and the company he was with, you had to do, I think it was like a year of long hauling. And the first, he was up in like Baltimore or something. He was at a truck stop and he was sleeping, and he said it was the scariest experience because of the lot lizards.
Yeah.
He was so scared of the lot lizards. But he said
stories.
Yeah, but he said he had such a great time because, I mean, he saw a good chunk of the United States just trucking. he was one time in somewhere out in the Midwest, and he literally had to outrun a tornado.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That's
crazy.
terrifying.
But like he would take like his fishing pole and he would just stop somewhere and just fish.
Oh.
That's
When
cool.
he had the time, he would fish, and he had a cat with him. He had his cat with him.
Sounds
Oh,
very
cool.
relaxing. Really
Mhm.
peaceful.
But he said he did get lonely after a while.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I bet.
He's like, even with the cat, he's like, it still gets lonely.
Because you still need to be able to
Yeah.
talk to people and such. So
Yeah, he said he went
Yeah.
through a few Bluetooth speakers.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I bet. Oh wow. Well, ladies, it's 10 o'clock. I hate to say it.
Oh no.
We passed last call.
yes, pass last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Closing time.
Oh gosh. Please no. All right. Well, ladies, this was so much fun. Thank you for celebrating St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I want everybody to like, subscribe, leave reviews. You guys know all the drill, right? Does everybody know the drill? What to do with a video and audio and iTunes and stuff like that. So like and subscribe. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. This is Total Package Podcast, and we are out.
See y'all later.